Right when President-elect Trump returns to the White House, he will find new support in Republican-controlled Senate after several key seats flip this election. But it could take weeks before we know which party will control the House. NBC's Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles is here. He's got a closer look at things. So the Senate's over. Now it's all about the House.
Yeah, and actually we have an update on the Senate. So last time we talked, it was a two-seat flip for Republicans, but now we know of a third seat. And let's take a look at the entire makeup of the Senate right now to give an idea of where things stand. Republicans now have flipped 3 seats total, so they are in the driver's seat to have the majority. Let's take a look at where those wins came. First, West Virginia, Jim Justice, the governor there. He is the projected winner. That was not a surprise. We called that very early today. Then in Ohio, this was a state that Democrats were hopeful that the incumbent Sherrod Brown could outrun Bernie Moreno. That did not happen. Moreno, riding Trump's coattails, ends up winning there. And then this is the state that we're just able to call in the last hour, and that's the state of Montana, where Tim Sheehy, the former Navy SEAL, is going to beat the long-term incumbent Jon Tester. There are still a number of Senate seats that are still up for grabs right now. That means the margins for Republicans could get even bigger. Now, in terms of the House of Representatives, there's still a lot we don't know, and it could take time before it gets all settled. At this point, there are some 54 seats that we don't have an answer for. Right now, Republicans have a net gain of 3 seats. But that's a number that could move in either direction over the next couple of days as all these votes get counted and everything gets resolved. This is the Democrats' last hope at any sort of bastion of power in Washington right now. They've got a shot at making it happen. It's probably about 50-50 right now between Republicans and Democrats, but it could take a week, maybe longer, before we know who eventually wins.
When you look at the trend lines with the president winning so handily in places and what's happening in the Senate, do you see the House kind of following that path?
It's very possible, but the one thing to keep in mind is that the battlegrounds in the House of Representatives were not the same battlegrounds as the presidential race. So that's maybe why we see a bit of a divergence.
Okay. All right.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.